Hey there, interwebs, and welcome back to How Fascinating. What would you eat with this spoon? It's not soup, it'd go right through. It's not salad, that'd be ridiculous, nor is it for separating cereal from milk. It might seem like it's not for eating anything, because it isn't. It's an absinthe spoon, and it's used to hold a sugar cube as you slowly drip water over it into a glass below. Speaking of spoons that aren't good for eating, here's a spork. It's allegedly useful as a spoon and a fork, but I think it's most useful for those on a diet. The tines are too short to stab properly, and the bowl is too shallow to scoop much up, and you can't fix one issue without making the other worse. It'd take a long time to eat a lot with this, but maybe that's what you want. If you want a combination that's even less useful, I offer you the Spork knife. This perennial nuisance on backpacking trips puts the spoon and the fork at opposite ends of the handle, and it combines the knife with the fork, preventing you from holding your food in place as you cut it. This one's titanium, but the plastic ones snap in half if you so much as sneeze near them in cold weather. This fork eschews the knife entirely and features a pizza cutter instead, if you're one of those weirdos who eats pizza with a fork. Full disclosure, I'm one of those weirdos, but I'm also one of those weirdos who likes to put pineapple on pizza because I'm not a coward. An even wackier multi-utensil is the titanium CRKT Eaton tool, which combines a fork, spoon, bottle opener, flathead screwdriver, 3 different hex wrenches, and punch dagger, but forgets to include a handle. If you need extra handle, this telescoping fork can provide, allowing you to eat off your plate as well as your neighbor's. If you'd rather just eat your neighbor instead, these traditional wooden forks were used by the natives of Fiji for cannibalistic meals. It's a bit macabre, but if you're into that sort of thing, you can buy this skull sugar spoon. I actually own one of these, and it's one of the few novelties in this video that works better than its everyday equivalent, but not for its intended use. As anyone could probably guess, the sugar falls through the holes when you try to scoop, but I use a plastic scoop for that, and this is just for stirring. In that roll, the holes let coffee pass through, creating more vortices in the liquid and providing more stirring action. If you're more of a tea person, you may wish to try mate, a South American brew and national beverage of Argentina and Uruguay. This is the spoon to go with it, known as a bomba or bombilla, and it looks rather odd. It's used oddly as well. You still use it to stir your tea, but you put the handle end rather than the bowl in your mouth. The tiny perforations in the bowl let tea in, and the whole thing is a straw, spoon, and strainer all in one. It's kinda like the classy version of these. Straw spoons, also known as strunes or slushy spoons, used to eat slushies, water ice, and other sockwood treats. Sorry, wooder ice. Plastic straws create a lot of waste, though, much to the distress of sea turtles, so maybe you want to reduce your ecological footprint and switch to this reusable titanium drinking straw in straight or bent form. If your tea is too bitter, you can sweeten it by adding honey with this spoon. Its unique bend allows it to be rested on the edge of a dish so the drippings fall back in. These are a different kind of honey spoon made of honey which dissolve into your tea as you stir. This spoon made of gallium also melts in hot beverages, since the freezing point of gallium is a balmy 30 degrees Celsius or 86 crazy wizard units. You wouldn't want to drink it afterwards, it's mostly for chemistry demonstrations and office pranks. If you prefer things a bit more solid, that could be an issue if you lack teeth, but fret not. This Victorian-era masticator could be used like a pair of scissors to essentially pre-chew food for the dentally impaired who would otherwise struggle without mastication aids. Oh, by the way, masticate means chew, you perv. This all reminds me that I haven't had lunch yet, so I'll end things here. Thanks for watching, and have a fascinating day.